Hello, hope you've been happy, healthy, and safe. Today we are going to do a pick your card reading. Timestamps will be down below, so head down there for pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, whichever you choose, and we will jump right in. Okay, so if you are picking pile 1, I'm going to call in your angels and your guides and anybody who might have a message for you today. Okay, all right. All right, okay, let's see what we have for you guys today. Hopefully you're getting all your holiday shopping in, grocery shopping, present shopping, visiting, planning, all that kind of good stuff, right? Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, for your first, you have patience in it came in the reverse, so I feel like there's something right now you're a little bit impatient about. It's most likely surrounding new beginnings in your structures, okay? So your everyday life, your foundations, your things like that. Maybe there's a little bit of impatience towards that. I do feel like there will be change for you. There are things growing at this point, but you're a bit impatient about it right now, okay? Intuition coming through. So you could be a little bit impatient, and maybe this is affecting your intuition a little bit. You have emotional loss, and that came with upside down. So this is a good card, okay? It does feel like there are changes to emotional losses that you felt in the past. So maybe you have been going through a lot of things, and it's been quite heavy. Maybe now is quite a heavy month or time for you, and Spirit is just saying you really do need to focus your patience and what it is you want to achieve, okay? You do have the transformation, you have fertility, and you have firm foundation. So there's a message from Spirit coming through that it is important at this time to just relax, try to put the impatience to a back seat, and really focus on what things you want in your firm foundation. So to create firm foundations for you, whatever you need to grow and heal to move towards that, okay? Communication standing out, unions standing out, all those types of things. So you might need new beginnings with certain partnerships or relationships, maybe new ways of communicating, and that needs to grow a little bit. You have to have patience and let that grow in order to create firm foundations, okay? If you do that, you will be moving on and healing from past the emotional loss, the sadness that you felt, because I am feeling that there was sadness. It does feel almost like maybe there were partnerships or relationships in the past that you lost, and it's time to really move past those things. Okay, there is a spirit is kind of cautioning you that you need to choose wisely in the future. Basically, with your foundation, so your everyday, your material life, your finances, your home situation, you need to choose wisely about those things, and they could involve someone else. You do have the harmony card, so I'm kind of picking up from this that maybe you have moved past a connection, and now there needs to be harmony there. So because moving on in this pile here, moving on, choose wisely, and then harmony. So it feels almost, then with the 3, so it could be that you're moving on from an old union or an old partnership or something like that. Let's see. Let's get some more clarifiers here. Let's get some of these guys. Yeah, it could feel like, or it does feel like you're moving past something right now at this stage in your life. Okay, yeah, and so you got the let go. So yeah, you are moving on from something, but Spirit just cautioning that you do need to heal a little bit more. There's an element here of you do need to let go of the past, let go, and just go with the flow. Embrace the future. So there's an element here. You see the lady going through the doorway. There's an element here that you need to go through the doorway with an open mind, an open heart, and without expectation. Because if you grab onto the expectation of the outcome before, you're not really going to enjoy the journey at getting there. Do you know what I mean? Like, in this card, there's, an abundant path. It looks prosperous in front of her. There's, trees and valleys and maybe some mountains, so just, and then green and then yellow. So just a message there to really hold on to your power along the journey. Don't give that up. But also to love along the journey and just be open to being in the moment is really what I'm getting from this. Okay. And then you got starting fresh. So it does feel like you are getting a fresh start at something. This is your chance to choose wisely and not make the same mistakes as the past. Spring standing out to me. Spring, something might happen in the spring. You might have new kind of opportunities or new adventures coming forward in the spring. Okay, is timing wise coming out for me, for you. Okay, let's get a couple more. And then actually, let's get maybe how you might be feeling a little bit about this situation, and maybe some advice from Spirit, like on direction you should take at this time. Okay. Uh, Spirit is saying you need to take a leap of faith with this new fresh start. So, again, with the open heart and keeping an open mind and stuff. So, that alone is going to take a leap of faith, okay? And you also have the 2 and 2, so that's partnerships, but it's also 2 and 2 is 4, and 4 is your structure. So it's within partnerships and your everyday life, okay? And then vulnerability. There is a element here that you need to communicate in your everyday with vulnerability, plus make decisions with vulnerability. You know, try to put ego to the back seat, or the back seat, and just really trust your feels here, okay? I'm feeling. Let's get some. What else what might you be feeling? What are they feeling, okay, Spirit? What is pile 1 feeling? Okay, there's an element here that you're feeling unappreciated at this time, or maybe you have been that in the past. Mind you, with the patience coming through and your need for patience, I feel like you will be appreciated. You just need to have patience, okay? Sabotage. I feel like you often sabotage things, or you feel you do. I am picking up for some of you, though, you do sabotage things. So when good things start to come towards you, you sabotage it so that it kind of can't. There's the gossip card. You're afraid of what other people will think, what they'll say. There's an element here too that you need to move past this, and do what's right and best for you. Don't worry about what other people are gonna say and that sort of thing. Just move on, and do what's right for you. Okay. Let's get some more. Okay, where is this going if you follow that advice? Let's go there. Okay, if you follow that advice, how are things gonna turn out for you? Okay. Queen of Water, so loving, giving, psychic. So you'll be a lot stronger in your emotions. You'll be able to follow your intuition a little bit more, right? Because you are opening up to, giving a little more without the expectation of return, right? 9 of Water, also, again, emotions. I do believe that, there'll be endings to certain past scenarios and things like that, and your wishes and your dreams are going to come through with a lot of happiness here. So the ending of old ways and old ideas are pretty much over, okay? Also, it will also bring you into King of Fire. It's possible for some of you this could bring about a King of Fire, so somebody in their King of Fire, passionate, inspirational, charismatic energy, may be coming towards you, so that's possible. Now, male or female, doesn't really matter if you're a male watching this and or female. It really doesn't matter. It's an energy. It's a masculine energy, right? The King of Fire. So just somebody coming towards you that's very passionate, very inspirational, charismatic, stuff like that. Um, so if you follow this advice, I am feeling that these are the things coming towards you. However, you could be owning up, bossing up, and you could just be more in a more creative state. You might be inspiring others, so you may be stepping into your King of Fire energy. Things like that, okay? Innovative coming through too, so you might be coming up with new ideas, or you might be building something or something like that, okay? So that is what Spirit says is coming towards you if you follow the advice. Let's get a surrender card and a message from the universe, and then we will move on to pile 2, okay? Okay, so give them a surrender card, please, Spirit. Give them a surrender card. Okay, so surrender to denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see clearly and make the best decision. So yeah, I was picking up that a decision needs to be made, perhaps to move on from something or someone, right? For some of you. So just surrender denial that you have to move on from whatever this is, okay? Alright, let's get a message from the universe and then move on to pile 2, okay? Oh, okay, you have the shout out. So some of you need to forgive. I feel for some of you, you need to forgive yourself for the situation. Others of you need to forgive someone else for the situation. Of course, anger can always be justified, but then so can forgiveness. Just depends on how much more you want from the adventure. Go for gobs, the universe. So forgive for some of you. Okay? And just for the rest of you, I feel like there is an element that you need to forgive yourself, okay? Because I feel like you blame yourself for a lot of things. You're too hard on yourself. That's kind of what's coming through. Alright. Okay, we will leave it there. I am going to clean these cards up and move on to pile 2. Thank you so much. Okay. Alright, so pile 2. Let's get your energies. Calling in pile 2. Please, Spirit, what are the energies coming in for pile 2? Pile 2. Okay. Alright, let's use these guys. Alright, pile 2. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. It helps the algorithms. Like, share, whatever you need to do there, so other people, if you feel they may benefit from these messages, go ahead and share the channel. Feel free to share. Alright, what do we have for 2? What do we have for 2? Okay. What do we got here? Okay. Okay. So I feel like there's been perhaps you've been taking a little bit of a pause. There's new beginnings here within a partnership. I am feeling communications. Maybe something has been communicated to you, and now your world's been turned upside down, and you have taken a pause. You are reflecting on this situation and trying to see a different perspective. Okay. Um, Page of Fire. So, this could be involving a younger fire sign in this. Male or female doesn't really matter. They are very creative, enthusiastic, or motivated, or perhaps this is you, your energy. Okay. Ace of Water. So it does feel like maybe you are a bit emotional over relationships right now. Or a relationship that put you in this perspective. This, your world being turned upside down kind of energy. I feel like now you're kind of in this, in your emotions over it. Okay, you are very enthusiastic, you're motivated that things will turn out in your favor. I am feeling you're trying to be persistent and positive about this. It does feel like you are up in your head a lot over past communications. You're thinking of how you can make adjustments. I am feeling maybe somebody around you. I want to say this does feel like, it feels like somebody else is kind of in their Page of Water energy. So they're emotional, they're sensitive, they're open-hearted, and they're very intuitive. And they are a wise counselor, and they are creating a bit of a change for you. They're trying to get you to get out of your head a little bit. By inspiring you. However, you're kind of I feel like you're kind of like, if you see this little boy, he's kind of like hanging his head down, and he's kind of dragging the sword, like he's kind of, there's been things communicated that are, I guess, making you hang your head. Like, you're all up in your head about it, but you're also kind of hanging your head about it. But whoever this is, it does feel like it's going to create a change for you. Maybe spiritual growth for you. It does feel a little bit like things are uncertain for you at this time. Yeah, the Nine of Air, you really, negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. It seems like you're holding on to this energy, and it's something that you have to move past. Like, there needs to be change there. You need to get out of your emotions, forgive yourself, quit crying over the spilt milk, right? Like, if you look up, there's 2 glasses of milk still not spilt. So don't worry about that disappointment and those types of things, and just move on. You also have the, like, spirit cautioning you, you really do need to own your Empress energy. So recognize the abundance you do have, okay? Be creative, take action to birth something new, okay? Um, yeah. Okay, what does Spirit want to say here? Okay, let's get some. Actually, let's get how you're feeling, and then we'll get some more on how you're feeling. Reveal card coming through. So this could be that you want to, either something has been revealed to you, or it feels like you need to reveal something to someone. It does feel like it feels like you're moving past something you thought was irreplaceable, okay? But it's really, it's replaceable. Everything's replaceable, okay? Unfinished business. You feel like there's unfinished business with someone. And you feel a bit of detachment right now, okay? Damage, you feel you're pretty damaged from this situation that, you know, caused your perspective to be turned upside down. Self-love, you need to focus on your self-love right now, okay? Let's get some advice other than the self-love. I do feel like you're trying to focus on self-love, but it feels like because you're pretty broken and stuff, it's kind of hard for you. Voyage, you got, maybe it's time to take a voyage. And in this card, it says you already have the answer. So it's like you know already what to do within your everyday and stuff like that. But yeah, there needs to be a decision, and it needs to be communicated about this, okay? Yeah, you got shark, swim away from this situation. So don't try and hold on to the situation. Whatever is turned you upside down over this, it's time to just move on from it, okay? Spirit is saying there needs to be change there. So don't try to just grasp on for the sake of grasping on, okay? Thorns, weave together the crown you deserved. Yeah, so really move toward your new beginnings and creating structure. If you gotta move away from certain people in the past and things like that, it's wise that you do so, okay? Create what you want to create, okay? And then what will be your outcome if you do that? Let's get these guys. What will be their outcome if they do that? Okay, so if you do that, you have the material harvest. So good endings to old ways, endings to just crap in general will happen for you, and material harvest will come if you take the advice from spirit and move on from the things that aren't serving you. Take a voyage. Take a voyage within yourself, follow your intuition, um, because that is probably the wisest counselor you will have anyways, right? So use your intuition there. And yeah, your intuition is saying swim away from this situation. Trust that. So, right? And follow what you know you deserve. Okay, let's get a surrender card, and then we'll get a message from the universe, and we'll leave pile 2 there, and then we'll move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 2. Okay, surrender. You want to surrender to spirit. So yeah, I am feeling the intuition, and spirit is your intuition, right? Once you've done everything you can do to achieve goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So, trying to force whatever this situation is, or trying to control it, isn't gonna help you. You'll actually end up moving farther away from your spirit, your material harvest. So, just surrender to trusting your feels and trusting your intuition, the internal guidance and nudges from spirit. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If the situation feels off, obviously it probably is. Okay. Okay, and then universal messages. What do we have here? Alright, so messages. Honor thyself. Yeah, so again, self-love. Try to reach that a little bit more. And self-love, I talked about it before. It's not going to get Botox. It's not, right? It's doing that inner work. It's setting those boundaries. It's eating right. It's getting the amount of water and exercise. Personal hygiene. So taking a bath, that is actually self-love, right? Nobody wants to be hanging around Stinky Joe. Just curious, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous. The universe. P.S. Hubba Hubba counts. Okay, so make sure you're setting that time apart to honor yourself. Okay. Good messages there. Okay, so that's it for pile 2. I hope you stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I'll clear these cards and we'll move on to pile 3. If you want to join me, stay. If you don't, goodbye. I will see you next time. Alright. Okay, so pile 3. Let's see what we have for you guys. Calling in the energies for pile 3. Seems like strong energies for pile 3. That's good. Okay. Sweet. Okay, let's see. Let's use these guys. Okay, what do we got going on for pile 3, please, spirit? What do we got for pile 3, please, spirit? Alright. Okay, so I am feeling that there is perhaps an offer of love being communicated to you. It says share the love. However, it does feel at this current time that a decision, you kind of have to make a decision. Yeah, it really does feel like that. It feels like you need to make a decision. This offer of love, there needs to be balance to create structure here. But right now, it feels like you are trusting your inner awareness. Okay? You're trusting your inner awareness because I'm almost feeling like there's something about to be revealed. Okay? But it's almost like you don't know what it is yet that's about to be revealed, but you know something is about to be revealed. Okay? Nurture yourself and just communications in general. Make sure you stay in control though of your emotions and I feel your negativity and your intuition. Stay in control of it. Don't let it run away with you, okay? You do have partnerships coming together. So I do feel like you are coming together right now with somebody. I am feeling there's a possible union on the table. But there needs to be balance. Like, you can't how do I put this? There's an element here that, because daydreams card and that making a decision, it feels like there's a connection coming in that's got you kind of daydreaming. Okay, but remember, spirit cautioning you to not just run away with the daydreams and stuff and the idea of whatever this is. So whatever this connection is, whether it's a person that's coming in for you or it's a situation, spirit cautioning you not to run away with ideas that may be too dreamy. Okay, there needs to be balance. That's what I'm getting, balance. Okay, but at the same time, and you do need control over this in order to come together with the right ingredients, is how I put that together, right? Okay. It feels like you're moving away from sadness and isolation. You're ready to release that, and you're ready to master your heart and let it out of the cage. Okay, you're in the process of doing that right now. So there are new beginnings after changes, though. You have to still, I am really feeling balance here, balance and control. Those will help you to come together in the right way. Okay, let's get some, how are you feeling here? Okay, so if this, I feel like for some of you, this is a situation, like, maybe you're coming together with someone new, but you know how at the beginning of a relationship you're all dreamy and you're like, you want to go all in and that sort of thing, but spirit really cautioning you, you have to tone it back a bit and just control, look at things realistically to make the best decisions possible. Okay. Dishonesty, it feels a little bit like, yeah, it feels like you're being dishonest with yourself. Yeah, you're, I want to say you are feeling, you're feeling things, certain emotions and certain thoughts that aren't necessarily true. Like, you're, this dishonesty, I feel like either for some of you, now this is a select few, you were dishonest with somebody, but for others of you, it feels really like you're dishonest with yourself. You're not really, because of daydreaming still, you're in, you like the idea of something, but maybe you don't like the something or the someone, but you like the idea of that, and you're in kind of date, and you have expectations of whatever, whether this is a person or a job or a hobby or whatever. Yeah, you're some, there's dishonesty, I'm just feeling. And it has to do with habits that maybe you have, habits in the past where you felt you needed to be dishonest in order to get people to like you or something like that. It feels like you're tired of running away from yourself, basically, or maybe whatever this connection is. Okay. And absence, perhaps you and the other person, you are not together. Perhaps there's an absence here. You're in separation, perhaps, or maybe you need to create an absence. Okay, let's get some advice cards from spirits. Let's use these ones. Let's use these ones. Okay, let's see what spirit wants to say. How can you move past this? How can you move past this? Sorry, there was a card mixed in there. How can you move past this? By recognizing and making a decision to recognize your infinite blessings. So be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you've been given. There's an element here I'm picking up for some of you, or just a select few of you, really, that you are not Okay, so an example, somebody maybe gave you an opportunity. Maybe they, you know, maybe you were struggling, so they let you move in with them. Let's just use that as an example. That's a good one. And maybe you are now they need help with paying the bills. Let's just say that. And you've maybe come into some extra money and you're in a position where you can help out. And so maybe they have expressed to you that they are struggling, but you don't want to help out because then it means you won't have extra money, or you just don't want to help them. Let's say that. So you're not really recognizing the blessings that had come in for you. So you're being kind of greedy and selfish. Spirit is saying, remember your infinite blessings. Like, the universe isn't going to bless you if you don't bless it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it goes in cycles. Like, you get helped, you help. You get helped, you help. Okay, so it's kind of like that. And so you have to recognize and don't be like, oh, this is happening to me now. And, right? Like, just understand that it's a give and a take. And make the decision to help when you can help. Okay, keep your dreams alive. It's important that you do keep your dreams alive, but also with balance. Okay, with balance. Don't run away with false dreams, if that makes sense. Make your dreams a reality, but don't, like, if it's so unachievable, so unrealistically unachievable, even your dream, if you dream something, you should at least make it an achievable dream, not a crazy dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, make it within your scope. Like, let's say you don't have legs, but you want to run a marathon, like, with actual running, but you don't have legs. Well, make sure that you can get artificial legs or something to run that marathon. Don't, like, run the marathon if you can't even be fitted for legs to do so. Do you know what I mean? Make it realistic. So it's not that the dream can't come true. I mean, it's very possible you could get artificial legs and run that marathon, right? But make sure it's achievable. Because if it's not, then there's really no point, right? Just coming through for something. And then, what else do they want to say? Hope and happiness. So yeah, there is a element that you have to stay hopeful and remain happy. If you venture onto the side of negativity and stuff, then your dreams and stuff, they're not going to progress. Because you attract what you send out, right? So if you're sending out that negativity, that's what's gonna come back to you. Okay, let's get let's get where this is going if you follow the advice from Spirit. Okay. Spiritual strength. Yeah, so you will move into ending past situations and moving into your own spiritual strength. I feel that if you are able to just kind of balance and just stay true to yourself, really, and be able to master your heart and what is true and true for you, you'll move past this sadness, this isolation, and you'll move into a more loving space, which brings endings and transition for you, and an understanding of yourself, really understanding and being able to master your emotions and your feelings and things like that, so people won't be able to crush your heart as much as perhaps they do. Okay, let's get some surrender cards and then a message from the universe, and then I'll leave pile 3 there. Alright, so surrender. What does pile 3 need to surrender? Okay. You need to surrender to play, okay? It does feel a little bit like you dream too much, you take things a little bit too seriously, and then you forget, because you're overthinking and stuff, you forget to play, okay? Take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun, play at this time. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So yeah, go out and explore new things and try to enjoy yourself and take a little bit less of a serious approach to life. Okay, message from the universe, and we shall leave it there. Yeah, don't be misled. So that kind of goes with this, right? And it goes, but I do believe it's being misled with yourself. But it's also don't be misled by others. So if, let's say you are getting into a new job or a new relationship or something like that, or a new friendship, whatever the case may be. And you're in that daydreamy, oh, this is wonderful, whatever this, right? This will work out and blah, blah. It's great. That is great. Keep that positivity. However, maybe be more in the moment and just enjoy the moment and stop thinking about the expectation of whatever this is, and think about how you can be more present, and so that you can be more clear and recognize if someone's perhaps has ulterior motives or something like that. When fear speaks, it's always wrong. Unless being chased by wildebeest. And when love speaks, it's always right and usually bouncy. Game on, the universe. So yeah, just be true to you. Understand what dreams, like, don't let your dreams and your happiness go, but don't surrender them for somebody else, okay? Okay, perfect. We will leave that there, and I will talk to you again soon. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.